On February 7th, 1692, Cotton Mather's congregation at Boston's North Church contributed over £72 toward ransoming English captives taken at York, Maine in January. Two Wabanaki messengers had previously informed Minister George Burroughs about how and when to ransom captives. Welcome to Salem Witch Trials Daily. I'm Josh Hutchinson.
I'm Sarah Jack. Let's look past the end of the Salem Witch Trials in 1693 to follow the heartbreaking trajectory of the trial's youngest victim, Dorothy Good.
We know that Dorothy, sometimes called Dorcas in older texts, was only 4 or 5 years old when she was arrested, interrogated, and chained in the dungeon. While she wasn't executed like her mother, Sarah Good, the trauma of that imprisonment defined the rest of her life.
Dorothy was finally released from jail on December 10th, 1692, after spending nearly 9 months in custody. Rachel Christ-Doane's research shows liberty did not bring peace for Dorothy.
When she was released, she returned to her father, William Good. He had remarried rather quickly to a woman named Elizabeth after his wife Sarah had been executed. William Good eventually petitioned the colony for restitution in 1710, claiming that the imprisonment had so ruined and destroyed his daughter Dorothy that she was ungovernable and a financial burden.
This reflects the outcome of her trauma caused by being shackled in a dark dungeon at length. Her father eventually took the settlement money and also eventually abandoned Dorothy and his new wife, leaving them to the care of the town.
Recent research into the town records of Salem and Beverly reveals a transient, unstable adulthood for Dorothy. She didn't have a permanent home. Instead, the records show her bouncing around from household to household, dependent on others for her basic survival.
For a significant portion of her adult life, Dorothy lived with a man named Jonathan Batchelder in Beverly.
And that name is significant because Jonathan Batchelder had been one of the accusers who testified against Dorothy's mother, Sarah Good, during the trials. It raises so many questions. Was he caring for the daughter of the woman he helped execute out of guilt? Or was it simply a matter of the town paying him to do so?
Dorothy's life was a cycle of institutions and wandering. At various points, she was sent to the House of Correction in Salem. This was a workhouse for the poor, but physically it was attached to the very jail where she'd been traumatized as a child.
The records show that Dorothy had 2 children and never married. She had a son named William and a daughter named Dorothy.
Because she was impoverished and unmarried, the town took those children away and indentured them out to other families. Her daughter was indentured to Nathaniel Putnam and her son to Jonathan Batchelder. Further research is needed to track what became of her children as adults.
While Dorothy disappears from the Massachusetts records, a grim newspaper article from New London, Connecticut, published decades later on August 14, 1761, tells us how her story may have ended.
This report describes the discovery of, quote, a transient vagrant woman named Dorothy Good found dead in a bog meadow.
It's a stark reminder that the Salem witch trials didn't end when the adults moved on. For Dorothy Good, the witch hunt lasted a lifetime.